welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad you found me. I have a passion and a heart to teach other people about how to interact with people with special needs. So this is a great channel if you're a parent and you have a kiddo with special needs and you'd like to help teach your friends and family how to interact with them. It's a great resource if you're a special ed teacher and you would like to better equip other students in your classroom of how to interact. And it's a great channel if you're just a person and you just want to learn how to love on people better. So my name's Tina Beauvias and I have a daughter, Noelle, with muscular dystrophy, and that is where my passion in bringing this message comes from. So I decided to start this YouTube channel, and from everything I've heard, it says just post your first video. So that's what I've done. But a little disclaimer, it was my first one and I wasn't looking at the camera, and my husband has got to have a heyday with this because every time we take pictures, I'm not looking at the camera and he's always like, Dana, why aren't you looking at the camera? Well, I didn't look at the camera the whole time in this video, but I figured, you know what? I'm gonna start with something. The content is pretty great, so I figured, you know what, just work with me here, and you know, this one will be my first one, and hopefully this content will, no, not content, the content's great. Hopefully my videography will get better. So thanks for joining me, YouTube. Hey there, my name is Tina, and I just decided to start a YouTube channel. I have a lot of things to say, a lot of inspiration to bring. I have walked through lots of things in my life, and I just want to bring something to you guys. I want to bring some encouragement, some lessons, and some hope. I also, the biggest thing I have a heart to teach people how to interact with people with special needs. I have a daughter who is diagnosed with muscular dystrophy, and she's in a wheelchair, she has a trach, she's on a ventilator, so she has lots of medical stuff going on, and I find most times people don't know how to interact with her. They may want to, they may be nervous, have questions, they're shy, they just don't know how to ask. And I just want to be somebody who's an advocate and who teaches other people how they can interact and how they can just love people with special needs. So that's what my channel is going to be about. If you like that and that's something you want to do, go ahead and hit like and subscribe down there and keep watching my videos. So today I wanted to start with a story about my daughter Noelle. She is 12 years old. Like I said, she was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy at 5 years old. And 6 years ago, almost today, we actually received an amazing gift. It was the biggest miracle of Noelle's life. So she had just had back surgery. She had spinal surgery, which they're called Vector rods. They're 2 titanium rods in her spine. And her scoliosis had gotten so bad that her back was actually crushing her internal organs. So it was really devastating. She really needed surgery. We got that for her. Me and my husband, Dustin, he's awesome. And so we got her that surgery, and he actually had gone up to a men's advance with our church, a men's retreat. And I was at home alone with Noelle, and at the time I was 6 months pregnant with one of our 3 daughters, Macy. And I decided I would take Noelle to church. So I drove out to our church, which was like 20 minutes away from our house. And I unloaded her, loaded her, because we didn't have anywhere for her wheelchair to go in our van. So we would have to take her out of the van, out of her wheelchair, put her in the van, take off her oxygen, her ventilator, her suction machine, her feeding tube, all the stuff. So I did that twice. We got to church, and Noelle only lasted there for like 30 minutes, and I was really frustrated, I gotta tell you, because I had just wanted to go and enjoy myself. After her surgery, I really thought like, oh, life's gonna get better, things are gonna get easier. I had to leave church early, load her back up, get home. So basically I unloaded and loaded her about 6 times in less than an hour. And being 6 months pregnant, that wasn't easy. So on my way home, I called my husband in tears like, Dustin, you have to do something. I don't know what, but you need to do something. And poor Dustin was just up, you know, at a men's retreat getting ready to worship, and here his 6-month pregnant hormonal wife calls him, and you know, he has no idea what he's supposed to do. So we get off the phone, and he felt like he was supposed to go tell our pastor, and it was really hard for him. He kind of argued back and forth with God, like, no, I don't think I should, no. So he ended up telling him. Pastor was like, okay, yeah, well, we're gonna have so-and-so pray for you. So Dustin, you know, went to the guy, got prayed for, went back to his seat, and as the pastor started talking, he said, you know what? I feel like we can make history tonight in this room. There's 800 men in this room, and we have a big need. Dustin, can you come down and tell them what your need is? So Dustin, you know, he goes down and he's like, well, we need a wheelchair accessible van for our daughter. We've looked at them. we can't really afford one. They're very expensive. And the pastor said, well, how much? And he said, well, it's, about $50,000. And he said, you know what? I think we can meet that need in 5 minutes in this room. I want you to pray and give whatever the Holy Spirit tells you to give. And at that moment, the crowd just erupted and they started coming down and just filling buckets with money. Dustin was just broken on the floor and all his friends came around him and were crying with him, praying. It was just, I'm told it was like a sporting event. I don't know, because I wasn't there. I was at home still mad at God, still alone, still doing all the work. And Dustin calls me and says, Tina, that they took up a supernatural offering for us. They want to call you and tell you how much it is. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Because, I'm not having this mountaintop experience. I'm still in the middle of just the struggle. And so sure enough, they called us later on. They told us, like, you have enough money to buy a van, to go get a van. And oh my gosh, was that just an amazing, awesome, like, such a cool thing. And it was, in some moments after it, people would be like, oh my gosh, isn't that so exciting? Aren't you so excited? And it was like, well, I am beyond excited, and I am so moved at the hearts of generosity and the heart of just my Heavenly Father to bless me. But also, it's a wheelchair accessible van. Like, that's not exciting. It's not exciting to have a daughter, a child in a wheelchair where you have to have a van just to get them around. So it was a very bittersweet time. I was, like I said, so happy for the van, and yet still a little, in that shock of this is actually what we need. Fast forward, our lives changed. Actually, we got to go that week and pick up a van. We walked away, with a van, didn't owe anything on it, and it was absolutely amazing. And yes, our history changed. Our lives were completely different. We got to go places that Sunday. It was Mother's Day, and it was the first time our family, we got to go, 7 different places. And our last stop, I remember, it was to ice cream. And our kids were like, what? Ice cream? We get to get out for ice cream? Because up until then, we would have never gotten out of the car and unloaded everything just for ice cream. We would have gone through the drive-thru. It was amazing. And we were just able to do so many things. And I just kept thinking, God, you just changed our history. But the coolest thing is, it wasn't until probably 5 years later that I really realized what actually happened and the actual history that changed in Noelle's life. Noelle, after that moment in time when those 800 men prayed for her, she's never been back to the hospital since. And that is an absolute miracle, because this little girl is diagnosed with muscular dystrophy, lives on a ventilator, has a trach, has a feeding tube, all of these things, all these complications. And just to give you a little reference, before this, she was in and out of the hospital at least 1 to 2 times a month. Being pregnant with Macy, I know in the back of my head I was always worried, how am I going to take care of this newborn baby and this baby in a wheelchair? And it was just that, I don't know, but I guess I'll figure it out. But the coolest thing is I never had to. I haven't had to figure out how to take care of my children. Beau is my youngest, so I have 2 after Noelle. I haven't had to figure out how to take care of them while she's in the hospital because she hasn't been back. And that is just a miracle and just a testament of the faithfulness and the prayers that people pray for people, that they're so impactful and so amazing. So that was just a really awesome, encouraging story that we have, one of many. But just one I wanted to share with you guys today. And I hope that in those situations in your life that seem big, that seem so huge that you don't even understand how it could happen, I want you to remember to have faith in those things, because God, He can do all things, and I believe it. I'm like, He gave us a $50,000 van in 5 minutes. So He can do anything. So I just want you to be encouraged with that today. Thanks for watching. Bye.